Okay, let's be real for a second. Are you completely stuck in that cycle of setting these huge study goals only to feel totally exhausted and guilty by the end of the day? If you've ever tried to force some new, crazy routine and just failed miserably, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to ditch all those myths and build a daily routine that actually works, because it's based on science. Let's get into it. I mean, seriously, just think about it. How many times has this exact thought popped into your head? You get that burst of motivation, that feeling of a fresh start, a clean slate, all hinging on this one single heroic act of willpower.
Ah, yes, the classic promise we all make to ourselves. You set that alarm, you somehow drag yourself out of bed, and for maybe an hour or two, you feel like a superhero. But then, 11 a.m. hits, and you're a walking zombie. By 2 p.m., you're literally passed out on your desk. And the day just ends with that all too familiar feeling of guilt, feeling like you got absolutely nothing done. Sound familiar? I thought so.
So here's the light bulb moment. Here's the core problem. You've been told forever that the issue is time management, but it's not. The real secret isn't about managing a clock. It's about managing your own biological energy. The reason you've been failing is because you've been fighting your own body. So let's fix that right now. All right, let's jump into phase 1 of our new system. We're going to call it the morning peak. This is your prime time. This is where you have the highest possible potential for that focused, deep work that gets real results.
First things first, can we please just stop the 4 a.m. nonsense? A 4 a.m. routine is completely useless if your brain is still fast asleep. The science is pretty clear on this. The optimal window to wake up, where your body is naturally ready to get going, is actually between 5:30 and 7 a.m. This is about working with your body, not declaring war on it.
Now, once you're up, this next part is maybe the most critical rule in the whole system, the golden rule. Do not touch your phone. The second you open Instagram or check your messages, you're flooding your fresh, clean brain with everyone else's noise and garbage. You immediately start your day reacting to what the world wants from you instead of proactively owning your own goals. So instead of reaching for that phone, you're going to do this super simple 2-step protocol. First, hydrate. Just drink a glass of water. Your body needs it. Then activate. Just 5 minutes of light movement, some stretching, a few push-ups, whatever feels good. Just remember this: body on equals brain on. This simple little action sends a powerful signal to your mind that, hey, it's time to get to work. Okay, so your brain is awake, it's focused, now what? You have to be absolutely ruthless with this peak energy. Your brain is at its sharpest in the morning, period. This is the time to attack your hardest, most complicated task of the entire day. Please do not waste this golden opportunity on easy subjects. This is when you tackle that brutal physics chapter or those math problems that make your head spin. And if you need any more convincing, just think about it like this. 1 hour of focused, deep study in the morning is literally as productive as 3 tired, distracted hours late at night. This is the ultimate efficiency hack. You're not working harder, you're working so much smarter by just aligning your tasks with your natural energy. Okay, so you've absolutely conquered the morning. You're feeling great. But then comes the dreaded post-lunch crash. And that brings us right to phase 2, the afternoon dip. After you eat lunch, your energy is going to tank. It just is. And I really want you to hear this. This is not a personal failure. It's not because you're lazy. It is a biological reality. Your blood sugar is doing its thing, and your focus naturally takes a nosedive. Trying to fight this is a battle you will lose every single time. So what's the biggest mistake students make right here? They try to do passive work. They try to power through by reading a dense textbook or some long article. Let me tell you, if you try to do that when your energy is at its lowest, there is only one possible outcome. You are going to fall asleep at your desk. Guaranteed. So the solution is to completely switch your strategy to something called active learning. All this means is you engage in hands-on work to keep your brain from checking out. The rule of thumb here is incredibly simple. If your hand is moving, your brain is far, far less likely to fall asleep. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, don't just read about a concept, write out summary notes. Don't just try to memorize formulas, actively solve problems using them. This is the absolute perfect time for making flashcards, practicing math problems, or organizing your notes. You're still learning, but you're doing it in a way that actually matches your body's lower energy level. All right, let's talk about the final, and honestly, maybe the most underrated part of the day. This is phase 3, the night protocol. This is all about setting yourself up to win before you even go to bed. This quote right here,
This is everything. A productive, focused morning doesn't just happen when your alarm goes off. Nope, it begins with the smart preparation you do the night before. The main enemy you're fighting here is something called decision fatigue. You know that feeling when you wake up and you waste all that precious morning brain power just trying to figure out what to study? That kills your momentum before you even have a chance to start. You want to wake up with a clear mission, not a question mark.
So here's the ridiculously simple 30-minute protocol to beat it. Step 1. Plan tomorrow. Literally write down 3 specific actionable tasks. Not just study physics, but solve 20 problems from Physics Chapter 5. See the difference? Step 2. A digital sunset. Turn off all your screens. Phone, laptop, TV. The blue light from those screens tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, and that just destroys your sleep quality. And finally, step 3 is to just let your brain do its job, which is to save everything you learned.
I mean, this is such a powerful way to think about it, isn't it? Sleep is not a waste of time. It's the biological process where your brain sorts through information and moves it from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Your brain is literally clicking the save button on all the hard work you put in that day.
So that brings up a really critical question. When you scroll through social media right before you fall asleep, you are essentially telling your brain to overwrite all that valuable learning with, well, junk data. So you have a choice. Do you want to save that complex physics concept, or do you want to save a meme you won't even remember tomorrow morning? Okay, let's bring all this home. Let's pull it all together. We've covered the 3 essential phases of a routine that's based on your energy, not just the clock. Now it's about making it work for you. And please remember this final crucial idea. A good routine is not a prison that restricts you, it's a navigation system. It frees up all that mental energy you waste on small repetitive decisions so you can focus that incredible power on what actually matters, learning new things and solving hard problems.
So here it is, the whole system on one slide. It's this simple. In the morning, you use your peak energy to attack the hardest stuff. In the afternoon, you switch to active, hands-on learning to stay engaged. And at night, you plan for the next day and you disconnect, so your brain can save all your hard work. Simple, powerful, and based on your own biology.
So stop trying to copy someone else's crazy schedule from the internet. It's time to build your own system, align your work with your natural energy, and finally take back control. It is time to declare that you are the one in charge.